Craving noodles but the weather's way too hot? Cool down by eating Mori Soba, a cold noodle that's filling, nutritious, and most importantly, refreshing. The best part? It's one of the easiest noodle dish to make, requiring mostly basic ingredients. Why mostly? Well, because of two ingredients. First, buckwheat noodles, a gluten and fat-free noodle that isn't as chewy as, let's say, spaghetti noodles, but delicious and healthy in its own way. And the second ingredient is dried Bonito Flakes. This is thin flakes shaved from a dried and fermented fish. Adds incredible flavor to any dish and seasons it as well since it's slightly salty. By the way, you can find the ingredients list in the description below or by visiting our website, yorisense.com. There's only two main steps when making Mori Soba. Boil the noodles and make the sauce. Let's start with the sauce. Heat up the seafood vegetable Korean soup base, and when it starts simmering, turn the heat down to its lowest setting. Add 2 packets of dried Bonito Flakes, about 5 grams, and without covering the pot, let the flakes simmer for 5 minutes. When the time's up, cool down the soup base completely and strain. We now have an incredibly flavor-packed base to which we simply add the following ingredients: soy sauce, mirin, sugar, or honey, wasabi, chopped green onions, nori seaweed, and an egg yolk, which is optional. Here, it's important to taste test and adjust the soba sauce to your liking. If it's too salty, mix in more soup base. Too bland? Add a splash of soy sauce. It's completely up to you. Again, you can find the exact measurements listed in the description below. With the soba sauce complete, we can start boiling the noodles. Since there's many different brands of buckwheat noodles, simply follow the instructions found on the package for the best results. However, keep an eye on the noodles while it's boiling. Occasionally, foam starts to rise and can overflow, making a big mess on the stove. When you see this happening, just add some cold water and the foam will go back down. This usually happens about 2 to 3 times. Once the noodles are fully cooked, strain and rinse in cold water. Shake off the excess water and we can start plating. A heaping serving of noodles next to a bowl of homemade soba sauce. Easy. Mori Soba can be served as is, but we like to add a crunchy side dish because it contrasts nicely with the soft texture of the noodle. Here we use pickles. Now, if you don't have much time to wait for the soup base to cool down, you can make it ahead of time and store it in the fridge. With the soup base ready to go, you can make the soba sauce while waiting for the water to boil and have a delicious, nutritious meal in about 10 minutes. Oh, and one more thing, make sure to mix the soba sauce thoroughly. Remember, there's a small chunk of wasabi floating around in the sauce, and if it's not completely broken up, you might get a nice sinus-clearing surprise when you slurp up your noodles. Thanks for watching, and as always, you can find the complete and easy-to-follow recipe on our website, yorisense.com.